My name is Shyla. I am from Boston, and I've been coming to Fall Line coming up on 4 years now.
My name is Kymani. I am from Miami. I've been at Fall Line for 11 months now.
I had been looking for churches for a couple of weeks, so it was like a different church every Sunday. And I remember Fall Line being the first church that I went to that I was actually greeted in the lobby by somebody. And I think that was the impression that made me stay. I moved to Macon by myself. I don't have any family in the Macon area, and I had only come to Macon one time before moving here from the north. And so I think the biggest impact that the church has had is giving me community when I was in the position to kind of start from nothing.
I think for me, the biggest thing was just a prayer that I had prior to searching for a church like Fall Line. My prayer consisted of finding just a community of family that I could call my own outside of my own immediate family. I was looking for a village, so to speak, of just people that are like-minded, that are Christ like-minded as well. I was of the mindset of just finding a church home, like I said, finding a church home, finding a family, but making sure that if anything, I found my wife here. Like I didn't want it to be outside of anything that wasn't what God wanted. And funny enough, we knew each other prior. Shyla and I dated in high school, like our senior year of high school. So for me, once I got out of school, like my first step was just finding somewhere to go. And when I found Fall Line and walked through the doors and sat down, I wasn't paying attention. But then I looked up and saw that she was on stage and was one of the worship leaders. And immediately my head sunk. Like it was weird. Like my head dropped to the floor. I was like, there's no way, this has to be a joke. But the biggest thing that I've learned over the past couple of months or even years was this God has this very humorous way of letting you know that you may have been in the right position, but there's a time and a place for everything. Mm-hmm. Also understanding that his timing is the best timing. So for me, when I noticed that, it was just like, okay, I'm not gonna squander this opportunity this time.
I also saw him that Sunday and was like, what is happening? And then, funny enough, Cedric Rollin is my personal trainer, and I was talking to him in a session, and it was at the end of a session, and he goes, I met this young man this past Sunday at church, and he seems like a really good guy, and I'd like to introduce you to him. His name is Kymani. And I was like, oh, do I have a story for you, sir? So it's like one big full circle. We're getting married. That's really exciting. It's a whole new thing. It's a very big new thing. And it's, everything that we're really good at doing now, we had to do for the first time at some point, and I'm excited to get good at being married and seeing what God has in store for us in that next season, continuing to serve, and as ministry kind of expands, that's really exciting, and doing life together in that way. I think as two people that serve in the church, I'm really, really excited for that. I'm grateful, to what this church has done. I know that there's been some change, lots of change in the church, and it's kind of evolved, at least in the time that I've been here, but what it is now has quite actually transformed my life. And it's no coincidence that I ended up here. I don't think there are any coincidences in the kingdom, and I'm just so grateful for what's being built here, what's going to continue to be built here, and that we get to be a small part of that.